Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something that affects pretty much everyone, our lives with screens. We're basing this discussion on Caitlin Regger's book, Smartphone Nation, How Screens Hijacked Our Lives. It's quite a powerful read.
It really is. And it poses this pretty urgent question, doesn't it? What's our digital diet, all this screen time, actually doing to us? And importantly, what about our kids? They're growing up totally immersed in this stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our mission for you today is to, help you rethink your own relationship with your devices. We'll look at the hidden ways they're designed to keep us hooked, and we'll explore Regger's idea of digital nutrition, practical ways to sort of reclaim your focus.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive in. Regger kicks things off with this story. It's quite striking. About her own daughter,
Oh, yeah.
her 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Apparently, she asked for a real phone for her birthday. Not a toy one, a real one.
Wow. At 4.
Right. And Regger says that was a real wake-up call. It just showed how deeply embedded these screens are, even for the youngest kids. It's not just background noise anymore.
And that leads into her core argument about what she terms the attention economy.
Right.
It's this idea that, well, we think we're just using social media, but actually we're the product being sold.
How so?
Well, Regger argues that these tech companies, they're not really selling us a service. They're mining our attention, our clicks, how long we watch something, even our emotional reactions. And they package that attention up and sell it to advertisers. Our focus is the actual commodity.
And, okay, here's where it gets really interesting. She says this isn't, like, accidental.
No, not at all.
Platforms like Facebook, TikTok, they're deliberately engineered to be addictive. Features like the infinite scroll, where you can just keep swiping forever.
Like a slot machine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or the likes, the notifications popping up. She argues these are all intentional design choices. They use psychology, things like variable rewards, social validation.
To create these dopamine loops that keep us coming back, keep us hooked. It's very calculated.
And the algorithms driving this, they go beyond just showing us things we might like, right?
Oh, definitely. Regger explains they actively learn our triggers, predict what will keep us engaged, and then shape our feeds. So they're not just reflecting our interests, they're actively influencing what we think, what we believe.
Even potentially how we vote.
That's the implication. It's shaping our reality in subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways.
And she backs this up with some, well, pretty chilling statistics.
Yeah, some of them are quite stark.
Things like kids seeing pornography online as young as 11. 11.
It's disturbing.
And the speed. She mentions TikTok can apparently get users hooked in, 35 minutes or less?
It shows how effective these engineered designs are.
And it's not just about individual time wasting, is it? She connects it to bigger events.
Right. She points to something like the January 6th Capitol Hill incident, suggesting that the online misinformation, amplified by these very algorithms and platforms, played a significant role in fueling those real-world actions.
It shows the scale of the impact.
It really does. And it forces you to ask, okay, what does this mean for you? For the information you see and trust every day, how is your view being shaped?
It's a heavy question. And the impact goes deeper than just addiction, doesn't it?
Right.
Regger explores these hidden harms. She has some specific terms for them.
Yes, she does, like U-loops.
U-loops, what's that exactly?
So it's more than just an echo chamber. A U-loop, as she describes it, is where the algorithm feeds you only content that confirms what you already think. It constantly reinforces your biases, making it harder and harder to even encounter different perspectives, let alone understand them. It sort of traps you.
Creates these filter bubbles.
Exactly. And then there's sharenting.
Right, parents posting about their kids online.
Yeah, but she highlights the potential risks. Constant posting of kids' images, sometimes personal details, it can inadvertently put them in danger.
And this connects to another idea she raises, truth decay.
Truth decay. It's this slow erosion of, well, objective fact and trust in institutions. When misinformation goes viral so easily and everyone's stuck in their own U-loop, that shared sense of reality starts to break down. What's true becomes fragmented.
And she uses some really concrete examples, some quite upsetting ones, actually.
Yes, the anecdotes really bring it home.
Stories of, like, toddlers with millions of online followers and their baby photos being saved by strangers for very disturbing reasons.
It's like exploitation, really.
And it's commercialized, too. These kids are basically working as influencers, no protections, their whole lives turned into content, their emotions, their routines.
Yeah.
It's all for clicks.
Yeah.
And, while those examples are extreme, it's not just about kids or influencers. We adults are caught up, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Who hasn't found themselves doom scrolling through bad news? Or watching, just one more video, and suddenly it's 2 a.m.
Guilty as charged. I think we've all been there. It's designed to do that to us.
Yeah. It's almost universal now.
And that really sums up Rager's core message here. We think we're using the tech.
But
In many ways, it's using us. Our time, our attention, our emotions.
Okay. So that paints a pretty stark picture. The obvious question then is, what do we do about it?
Mm-hmm.
How do we navigate this? Well, the good news is Regger doesn't just leave us there feeling hopeless.
Thankfully not.
She actually offers a way forward, a kind of plan to take back some control.
Right. She introduces this concept she calls digital nutrition.
Digital nutrition. Okay, tell me more.
It's a really neat analogy, actually. She compares our digital consumption to our food diet. Some of the content we consume online is, nourishing. It helps us learn, connect, grow, like healthy food.
Okay.
And some of it, well, it's basically digital junk food. Empty calories that might feel good for a second, but leave us feeling drained or agitated.
It's about being mindful of what we're consuming digitally.
Precisely. It's not about cutting everything out, but about choosing wisely, making conscious choices.
So how does this translate into practice? Does she have something like a digital diet pyramid?
She does structure it that way, yeah. She breaks screen time into two main types.
Okay.
At the base, the good stuff, is active screen time. That's when you're actively engaged, maybe learning something new online, creating content yourself, having a meaningful video call with family, or collaborating on a work project via Zoom.
Stuff where you're participating.
Exactly. It's interactive, intentional. That's the nourishing part.
And the other type.
That's passive screen time. This is higher up the pyramid, the stuff to moderate. This is the mindless scrolling, binge watching, endless short videos, falling down those algorithmic rabbit holes where you don't even know how you got there.
It's a digital junk food.
Right. And Regger argues that too much of this passive consumption can actually rewire our brains. It impacts attention spans, memory, even how we regulate our emotions.
Wow. So it's not just wasted time. It can actually be detrimental.
That's her point, which makes the idea of balance so important.
And she stresses that it's like teaching kids about food. Right. Eat your vegetables before you have dessert. We need to model that with technology too.
Absolutely. It's about being intentional ourselves and showing that to our kids or, even just for ourselves, choosing active engagement over just passive scrolling.
And for parents specifically, what kind of actions does she recommend?
She has some very practical advice. Things like delaying giving kids their own smartphone for as long as realistically possible.
Which is getting harder, I imagine.
It is, which is why she also talks about building community support, like maybe getting together with other parents to agree on device-free times or play dates. Creating shared boundaries makes it easier.
Strength in numbers.
Sort of, yeah. And crucially, just having open, honest conversations. Talking to kids about online safety, sure, but also about spotting misinformation, about the pressures of online body image, all that stuff.
Real dialogue.
Exactly. Not just rules, but understanding. And these ideas, they're not just for parents. Thinking about your own life, how can you apply this? How can you be more intentional with your digital diet?
Okay, so let's quickly recap some of Regger's practical takeaways for you, the listener. First, maybe do an audit of your apps.
Yeah.
Which ones are actually useful, nourishing? Which ones are just empty calories?
Yeah, categorizing them like whole food apps versus junk food apps.
Good way to think about it. Then maybe clean up your feeds. Be more deliberate about who and what you follow.
Curate your digital environment.
Talk about this stuff with friends, family, your kids if you have them.
Yeah.
Share strategies, frustrations. Make it less of a hidden struggle.
We normalize the conversation.
And ultimately the big goal, actively work to reclaim your attention. Protect it.
Because your attention, it's incredibly valuable. It's finite. Where you choose to direct it fundamentally shapes your experience of the world, what you think, who you are. So after hearing all this, maybe take a moment later today. Reflect on your own digital diet. Is it nourishing you? Or is it mostly digital junk? It's a choice, really, and it's one you get to make over and over again.